Once I started seeing a therapist about my injury, he really helped me understand and come to terms that this is a permanent injury. And even though it is permanent, it's not going to define who I am or what my story is in life anymore. My name is Darrel. I am from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. 4 years ago, in a workplace accident, I lost my left index finger and became a digital amputee. Before I had the device, every interaction I had with someone about my injury, I always perceived as negative, and it started deflating my confidence, just the over and over reminding of my injury. For the first few months of the injury, I focused everything on the physical adaptation. I didn't pay attention to the mental or the emotional turmoil I was going through. And it took a few months. I wasn't focusing at work. I wasn't in the mountains. I wasn't mountain biking. I wasn't snowboarding. I wasn't going out and visiting people. I was just laying in bed and I was depressed. And that's when I realized I needed to change and I needed to find help.
My name is Matthew Bain. I'm a clinical and counseling psychologist and a mental performance consultant with the Canadian Sports Psychology Association. I work a great deal with a number of populations, but specifically today talking a little bit about injury recovery, trauma recovery, and individuals' identity. I think some of the challenges that might be unique to amputees is the permanence. You're going to look at a big or a macro picture. You want to look at social, emotional, psychological, and physical challenges. Darrel and I were talking off camera about a coffee experience that he had.
I was in drive-thru getting a coffee, reaching for the coffee. The barista might take a step back or a little bit of aghast at the injury.
There was a physical response, there was an emotional response, a startled response almost to the difference that she saw. And as a result, those micro-traumas add up over time and they impact our mental health.
Before I got the device, I was always perceiving people's reactions to my injury in a negative light and reminded me of what my limitations are. When I got the device, it was immediate, where I started perceiving people's reactions in a positive light, where it was about what I can do.
What was one of your first experiences that you seemed to feel more free, being mindful of the change?
Yeah, I think it was the first time going into a sports store. I threw my hand on the bike and it felt normal again. I was really excited. And then walking through the store, had, like you said, excitement. That was a huge moment right there. With the confidence I was gaining using the device in day-to-day life, I started saying yes to things, yes to trips to the mountains again instead of staying in bed. Whether it was from, just day trips into the mountains with my dogs or heading to Patagonia for a week-long trip with friends. It was getting back to me. I got back to myself.